Hey man, I want to talk about an actual story. And this story is about a father who was arrested for child abuse on an infant, on his own child. And, you know, I know that there's a lot of things that's going on in the world that make fathers act out of character. So I want to come in from a different perspective and understanding that there are challenges to fatherhood. There are some of the challenges on fathers is, you know, there are fathers out there that want to make sure that their family is well taken care of. They want to make sure that there's financial stability for themselves and for them and for their family. And when you have fathers that are struggling financially, a lot of things come into play. Depression is real, anxiety is real, stress is real, frustration is real. And I want to talk about that as a father because I understand the struggle. I understand the amount of pressure that are on fathers to be able to take care of their family, to be able to lead their family, to be able to make those tough decisions, to be able to do the right thing constantly because fathers are constantly on a microscope. So when you're talking about fathers that are out here, I want you to understand that fatherhood is not easy. And the story is so sad because you don't know what's going on in a parent's mind for them to harm an infant. So I'm going to touch bases on this story, explain to you what happened, why he did what he did, and then we're going to go and tap in very soon. Hello, everyone. Welcome. This is Samuel Speaks on the Affirmative Talk Show, and I am a homeschool dad. I'm a certified relationship coach, and also a certified success and life coach, and a certified boards certified credit consultant as well. Um, as I alluded to in the introduction of this video, I want to share a story with you about a father that was arrested for child abuse, and they found out that he had broke 14 ribs of this infant child, which is his child. Now, they found the child with several injuries, which plagued them to investigate with the father to find out, if he did something maliciously. And it goes on to say, in the story is that Jason was arrested on Friday after a days long investigation into a situation that happened on Tuesday, on May 17th, when police and first responders rushed to the house after a 911 call was made. Now, it goes on to say on that day, they were sent to the 1000 block of this street in reference to a 2-month-old infant that was choking. Now, upon the arrival, an APD detective located the infant was not breathing when they showed up. And they went on to say that officials say the father began CPR while waiting for the arrival of AMR. AMR continued life-saving measures as they rushed the infant to a medical center nearby. During the investigation, detectives learned the infant had injuries that were inconsistent with parental statements and life-saving measures. Now, according to the officials, the infant was found to have 14 broken ribs, 2 collapsed lungs, 2 broken femurs, a broken hand, and 2 brain bleeds. Now, for these type of injuries, these injuries are made when someone is mad, when someone is frustrated, when someone is so angry that you put all of your anger on your own infant child. Now, detectives interviewed both the parents of the infant and determined that the father was the abuser. Now, he was arrested on late Friday afternoon and charged with 1 count of child abuse resulting in great bodily harm. Now, he's in custody at a detention center, and officials say the infant has been upgraded from critical conditions to stable condition as he continues to be treated in El Paso. Thank God for that. And I wanted to talk about this because, you know, as I was alluding to earlier in the conversation, is that there are challenges when it comes to fatherhood. I am a father, and when it comes to sometimes I'm not above going through things that frustrates me. But at the same token, I am very mindful that whatever I'm going through or whatever I don't like or whatever frustration or stress that may come into my life is not to pass that frustration on to my child. And I feel that is a common thing that is going on in the world today, is that in this situation, a father, whatever it is that he has going on in his life, took out his frustrations on an infant. Because let me tell you something, an infant can't talk. An infant can't talk. So they can't say something to you to disrespect you. They can't say something to you to get on your nerves. Now, they can make noises, but they are a baby. And what I'm saying is that sometimes we as fathers have to control our emotions and understand that if you're having problems with the baby mama or having problems at work, you have to control those emotions and don't bring that foolishness on your child. Don't take out your frustrations of the world or frustrations of what you're going through in life on the child, because that is so unfair. Now, I want to read to you a stat. According to the National Child Abuse and Neglect Data System, an estimate of 3.3 million reports of child abuse were made in the United States in last year alone. So that's roughly an estimate about 9,000 reports every single day of that year. That's a lot. That is a lot. That is an overwhelming number. Child abuse is a crime, and that should come with serious consequences. Let me tell you something. For me, for an example, and this is what I want to say far as with fatherhood is that when fathers go through things in life, you cannot take your frustrations out on your child. That is unfair to them and is not right. You have to fix your emotions. If you need to actually go and drive somewhere to cool off or anything like that, children are going to be children. Children are going to say things that you may not like. Children may do things that you may not like, but you have to find other ways to be able to get through to your child. But in this situation, this was a baby. And if a baby making noise, there could be a plethora of things of why that baby was crying. There could be things where that baby was hungry. It could be things that that baby was probably hurting or anything like that. But you cannot take your anger, and that lets you know deserves to be locked up. He deserves to be put in jail because that is unfair to that child. So the silver lining to this video to fatherhood as parents is that we are mindful in how we treat our children when we are frustrated about life or whatever things we are going through. Make sure that we are putting our children first, making sure that we're treating them the right way, making sure that we're loving on them, making sure that we are motivating them, making sure that we are inspiring them. Because at the end of the day, that child did not ask to be brought into this world. You have relations with a woman. This child was created, and that child deserves to have the best life possible for them. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you follow me on YouTube at Samuel Speaks and hit that like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit that bell notification so that way you can get notified when I upload a new video. Y'all take care and always be blessed.